Hello again, it's me again, Ali Rufar, and this is the second part of our discussion about Persian calligraphy, Nastaliq, or in general Islamic calligraphy or Islamic art. Islamic calligraphy is part of the Islamic art. And today, actually, this is not the second one, this is the third one, but I prefer to show you as the second conjunction and as a second move, second part of this series of the discussion about Persian calligraphy, which actually I am trying to squeeze it as much as I can. And if I want to expand it, it's going to be too much time consuming, and I'm sure it's going to be out of your patience. But today, let's talk about the consequence of this calligraphy. Whatever caused that today we go to the method or the mood that I am going to talk about, which is called tashkil, or another word for that is composition, based on the evolution of the calligraphy from the time that we talked about it turned to Nask, and from Nask to Nastaliq, which took about another 7 centuries. And then after that, Nastaliq showed itself as the most beautiful calligraphy style among the Islamic calligraphy. And today, many of the calligraphers, they are trying to come up with kind of composition, which is pretty new, but it has too much potential to grow. And at its own level now is flourishing all over the world. And many exhibitions that are set as calligraphy has many of these compositions. And almost all calligraphers are trying to do at least one piece of composition. When I talk about the composition, means the new way to show a message more than regular writing a poem or a quote from someone. They are trying to make it a beautiful shape no matter what it has been written. And the beauty of this attracts people. When people are attracted, the question comes up, what does it say? I had a survey more than, like, let's say 1,000 people, and I had different written of the composition, and almost 90% of people, they were asking what is the meaning of this, which is actually the goal, that someone asks you what it says. Question always is the beginning of the awareness. No question, no awareness, period. And when I have a question, means my brain is working, is looking for something, is not satisfied just by seeing that. A music composition is beautiful to hear that. But some people, they ask, what is it saying? What is it composed for? Was it a love story beyond that? Was a like sadness behind that. All these things are the same in calligraphy. And of course, when you do a survey, you have different concept, different question. And one of the very funny questions that I had, like about 2 or 3% of people, they were looking at those during few exhibitions that I had. I said after that, to admire my work, I said, "Did you write it yourself?" That was the most offensive question or comment. You are coming to an exhibition, a show under my name, and each piece has a name under it. You look at it, you spend like 5 minutes on staring at one piece, and then you come to me and say, "Did you write it yourself?" So, anyways, this is expected, and this is good when you compare with, these kind of question too, which means that the survey is real. If everyone comes and brings the same question, means like a pre-written question. No, I like that when people look at that, a question comes out and says, okay, what it means, and another question, did you write it yourself? Another question was, is anyone else can write like you? That was another funny question. Then I said, okay, you find 2 people, they have the same writing, the same handwriting, the same fingerprint. Then, of course, I have, Gemini and people, they are like writing like me, or I write like them. So you should expect different thing, different answer, different comment from different people. We are different. And I admire them when at least they want to bring out some question, but they don't know what to say. They don't know what kind of question would be appropriate question. But I'm not talking about how the question should be. We cannot impose people, okay, do this kind of question. Or someone says at the door, at the gate, and say, okay, when you go in, don't ask these kind of question and ask these kind of question. No, I like it to be very real and natural. But going back to our main subject, after the Nastaliq came to the world and started to flourish, it was another gate to the world of calligraphy and how to show the message. Then why we are doing kind of like composition writing gives more attraction to people. And every calligrapher now is standing beyond this wall to create some beautiful composition. This is a composition. What it says Eid Mubarak, or Happy New Year. It's just 3 words, but these 3 words are written in a form of combining alphabet together to come up with these 3-form composition. And when I created this, first I thought people they're going to ignore it. And after I posted, I saw that many positive comment came, especially when the color turn to this instead of traditional color, which is like black and a dark brown, then it became another thing. And I saw many people, they got permission to make a greeting card out of this. So this is, again, the purpose of composition is to come up with a shape. Just a shape, nothing more. And then question comes out. Another composition. And as you see, some words is obvious. You don't need to know the meaning of word or realizing and recognizing the alphabet, but you see some words are repeated. And this piece talks about the dance of love and how you dance with your love. If you do that, then the meaning of that is mountains will be bowing to you, because love can melt everything, can, make a mountain like a cream. The power of love. Another one with usage of different size of the different pen and some, painting. This is a regular writing. This is straightforward. And it says, and it's my slogan, and I use it anywhere, anytime that I want to start something. It says, whoever thinks is human. Or better, I say, I think, therefore I exist. But this one can be written in a form of composition. Let me show you, and then I try to write some composition on the board. You can have a better idea and see how I come up with different how to put the letters and words together. Like this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 words. Or the another one says, I think, therefore I exist. I think, therefore I exist. 5 words. Let's see how I can put these together to show you a composition. It says like فکر میکنم پس هستم. I think, therefore I exist. So I want to do a composition of that. So I need to analyze first. And every calligrapher, they do the same. First, I look at words that I can do like long stroke. Like this one can be long stroke. This one as well, this one as well, this one as well, this one as well. So when I have 5 elements that I can use the long stroke, then I can distribute and put them together in a better way. Like I feel better when I have an Iranian music along with that. Fake. This is a pure composition. Then I can add some painting all around it and come up with another looking for this composition. Like I use different color to get a better contrast. So don't take it as an ultimate, desire once, but it's kind of showing you how it works. I think, therefore I exist. فکر میکنم پس هستم. One thing I was going to show you, probably you notice some of the words that I am writing at the end, my hand just goes like jumping off the board, like when I do this, like this. This is a very meaningful move. It's called ersal, and it means that you are done with what you are writing and you send it, you deliver it, you just give it to the source that it was supposed to be delivered to. You are delivering to the source that this word belongs to that source. It doesn't belong to you. It's called ersal. Ersal means that. And some words, some letters means delivering our existence to the source that is supposed to be, not for us. This is not for us. And the best sample of that is the letter ne or nun. I try to keep that one for a few minutes. Letter nun has a shape like this. A simple descent line, a rotation from very narrow to the thickest part of the pen, which is equal to the thickest part of the pen position to the paper, or here to the board. And this one is the narrowest ascending line, and at the end has a ersal. The nun, hopefully one session I explain this to you, because now I am not going to defy myself around what I was going to say, has meaning of deliverance, our existence to the source that we came from, and the source is here. We came from here, we go back to here. But here, not in my hand. Here, completely in my hand. Then I deliver it. So these are the concept of the ersal. But I hope someone could make a picture of this, and I can erase it and come up with a couple of more composition, then you're free. Let's do the same word that I had on the board. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is another composition. It can be written in many different forms, unlimited. So these are the ultimate usage of Nastaliq. And of course, it brings a question out. What is it? For some people that they are a little familiar with Islamic art, and especially Nastaliq, it's not that difficult to recognize it. But beyond that, other than that, it's not easy to realize a poem or a combination of some words in a form of composition and say, okay, this is it. Let me do another one. Just keep these three as samples and think about this. And another episode we're gonna have, which is between this one and the first one. Actually, this is the third one. The second one is how evolution came out from Nask to Nastaliq, and this style is Nastaliq, but the composition of Nastaliq. And today is struggling to inject this style to the whole world. And so far it has been successful. Been about like half a century that this style has started, and day by day it becomes more popular and more attraction and more people they love this, but it still is very young, and we all are helping to make it this style very much more attractive than it is now. Then another episode of success comes out. Now we are in the beginning of this success. Let's see another one. And then another episode for that transition from Nas to Nastaliq will be coming as well. It says, if you make a person happy, if you bring happiness to a person, that's very meaningful. Is much better than 1,000 times you go to Mecca for pilgrimage. Every year people they going around Kaaba to do the pilgrimage, to pray to Allah, to God. But what's for? The whole thing, the whole purpose, as it says in Islam, is to make people's life better, to make them happy, to bring a smile to one person by happiness, the real happiness, not by joke. If you make one person happy, is better than going 1,000 times to Kaaba. This year we didn't have Kaaba because of Corona, and it was a big thing for Muslim people, but at least it has a message. People should get that message. What is it for? Why it happened like that? No matter what was happening every year, the Kaaba was open to people, to Muslim people. But this year, because of Corona, they didn't go there. It has a message. But the message is, I don't want to discuss that. But I know that making someone's heart happy is way more than everything else. So I hope you enjoyed it in a short period of time. This is our very last conclusion, and there is one episode between the first one and this one, which I'm gonna post that one pretty soon. And hopefully it could be something that help you to understand what Islamic art is, what Islamic calligraphy is, what after that the evolution of Islamic calligraphy is, and what Nastaliq is doing in this world. Thank you very much and have a great day or week life.